We're not the Power Rangers. We're just fucking.
Welcome to the Same Sick podcast. Okay.
Yeah, but we have that bubbly music you put on like the end slates.
Oh yeah, I have that too.
I like that music. It's like
All
chill.
right. So we are live now. So let's get started. We've had 2 episodes so far of Big Brother Canada. So let's get right into it and start talking about the HOH competition. Since we already talked about house guests and stuff last podcast, so we'll just jump right into the HOH. So first of all, love that it was like super Canadian with the ice. That made me laugh.
People do that in their spare time,
hard.
just stand on ice, like.
Oh my God.
That's not like a health hazard. Like you wouldn't be able just to do that.
That was what I was wondering. I'm like, how long is it like actually okay for people to
Paul probably
stand?
saved a few lives that day.
But I mean,
like
season
looking
8
at the
Big Brother did
time.
that too with the freezing water on like Danny and Dick and the other guy who even are you? You're not memorable. Like when they were like pouring freezing water, I feel like they always play like fast and loose with health and safety.
Yeah, exactly. It's like once it got to an hour, like it was like an hour and a half, and I'm like, like I would never be able to do that.
No.
No.
It's basically a test to prove how Canadian are you.
I know. I think even at one point Andrew was like, "Well, we've got to be able to do this. I mean, we are Canadian," and it's like.
I was kind of shocked that Paul won because, you know, he is the biggest guy in the house, and I thought he was just going to be out first, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with his actual endurance.
Yeah, it wasn't anything. It wasn't talent. It was given to him. So I mean.
Yeah, sure.
That was frustrating. It's like. He went on about it like, oh yeah, I won, and it's like
The people put me here. The people put me here. No, you're just an idiot. Like, oh my God.
And here's the thing,
They
like,
gave me the HOH.
just his whole cockiness of it ruined it, and like you don't tell people what you're gonna do. Step off, and like it was just so poorly done.
Yeah.
If it was like smooth, it maybe would have been like admirable, but it was so like choppy and shitty and just like cocky and mixed into one.
And then he's in the HOH room critiquing people's gameplay, and I'm like, you are here 1 week, you have won one thing.
That will, like, ruin your game.
Yeah, that will ruin your
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
I know, it was like, come on, like everybody should know at this point, like if you're gonna be playing Big Brother, you know, don't ever win the first HOH. It's like the first rule of Big Brother, don't win the first HOH.
I mean, well, Rachel won her first HOH in Big Brother 13, and she won the game, so...
Yeah, I mean, like, that's true. When
Don't
you can
talk about-
actually
let's not talk
do
about
competitions and, like,
Oh,
if you can
whatever,
win competitions,
Penny, whatever.
it's different, I
We're not
guess.
talking about Rachel.
But yeah, she is like a competition person too, like that's her thing. And she's an anomaly, I'd say, like very...
Actually, 3 people have won. I didn't know Rachel was one of them, but like Lisa from BB3 won the first HOH, but it was given to her based on the vote. And then so did Hayden from BB12. Random facts I know.
Oh.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah,
Hayden?
but all of those, like,
Oh, he did win the
Rachel and
first
Hayden, like, they could do competitions.
Mhm.
Like, it's not like they had anything to worry about. Like, Paul not being a competition threat whatsoever. It's not like you can protect yourself later. Like, also look at probably the amount of times that, like, those people were up on the block.
True.
Like, Rachel, like, how many times was she up on the block? How many vetoes did she need to win to, like, save herself?
Also, like, competition wins were a big part of their strategy. They always had that in mind, like, I can win competitions, and I'll, like, help you win competitions.
Yeah, exactly.
But Paul can't offer that to anyone.
No.
I'll win everything for everyone here.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Paul, okay.
It was just like,
Totally
Can you imagine?
like, did you hear that he said, like, I guess he thought he was a fan before the show, and then he was stating all these incorrect facts that seemed really suspicious to me about Big Brother 11. And then supposedly, I didn't see this, but I saw it in the tag, like, he admitted to not even having seen one episode of the show, or
What?
something like that. That was going around. Like, I don't know, I want to find him saying it because I want to actually hear it for myself, but, like, supposedly that's a thing, so it's kind of like, okay.
yeah, I remember
Wait,
him.
guys.
I heard him saying some things, and I was like, that's so wrong.
I mean,
But,
Paul is
yeah.
a disaster, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, wait, like, I cannot get
That's
over...
a perfect way to describe
I
it.
cannot get over him in the DR after the competition, like, topless and like faking the HOH. I didn't take it. They handed it to me.
Because you were the only one idiot enough to like volunteer to be HOH.
So he's like, I'll do it, guys.
And like,
And
it's really smart on the other.
okay.
Yeah. It's really smart on the other 7 people to put that pressure on him, because like if he were to fuck it up, like people would be going after him. You know what I mean? It still shot him in the foot either way. But like if you're gonna make a deal, you have the numbers in that deal no matter what. You know what I mean? So that was extremely smart. And I'd take the out. Like if I have 6 other people with me, then I'm gonna, you know what I mean?
The only thing is that like he totally alienated half of the house through doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is
like,
half
I don't
of the house
make
that's
8
like
enemies, and I'm like, he just made 6.
Yeah.
Especially with Sarah, she was pissed because he told her to step off.
Yeah, and he was doing that with Ika too. He was like, I feel like I'm gonna be right behind you, and then same with Sarah, like I'm gonna be right behind you, which I mean, it's a good game. Like I give him that, like saying like, I'm right behind you, like encouraging other people to get off. But at the same time, like he was lying to their face. Like if you're
it's like such an
don't say
overt,
that.
Like, it's so like overtly manipulative. It's not even sneaky. It's like
good
to get them off, but as soon as they're off and they see you still standing there, they're gonna be like,
What the fuck?
okay, wow.
What are you doing?
Yeah. And it's like the way that he did it was so stupid because he was thinking way too hard through that entire competition. He was like, I'm gonna tell everybody I can only last like 24 more minutes, and like I can't do this and whatever.
No more than 24.
So Emily, I guess the real question is, how do you feel about Paul now that you've seen him? It's recorded. You were a fan of Paul.
You can't take it back.
I mean, he's really good entertainment value.
Oh my god. He pisses me off so much.
Like literally,
everything about him pisses me off.
Guys, he's doing it for his kids.
Oh, are you defending this man still? Goodbye.
Wait, but guys, oh my gosh, my cat's rolling on the floor. Okay, but guys, no, he's like, Sarah, I'm right behind you, just get off the block. And then she leaves, and he's like, but you guys all deserve to be here over everyone else.
Yeah, like
not even trying to hide it, like he's like flat out like yelling it, and they're like eating pizza like.
Oh yeah, and then when the first two, like Nick and Sarah or whatever, when they first got off, he was like, "There's our 2 nominees."
Yeah, so like in front of everybody, I was like, I was cringing, like everything.
He said that. I was like, no.
It's like one of those almost like unspoken things, like especially in the first HOH. It's like the first 2 people off are easy go-tos for like nominations. You don't need to scream it from the rooftop. Like it's just crazy.
Do you guys want Paul to leave this week, though? I kind of want him to stay for a while.
What?
Honestly. I said, you guys want him to leave this week?
No, I mean, I heard you. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh. I mean, like, because he makes good entertainment. Like, he's weird. He's, you're like, why is he doing what he's doing? And if
What is he doing?
It's like arguments will stop once he leaves, and I like the argument. So just let's keep him in the house for a while, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
For Andrew's game, I was thinking like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, well, let's leave the spoilers for later, but we'll move on. So, for the rest of the first episode, another thing that we've talked about already is the way that Arissa acts, like, during live shows and questions that
like
she
a ratchet.
Like, wasn't it last season she, like, called out Tom and Emmett? It's like, how's the romance?
She calls out everyone. It's been a thing. Like, all first season, she called out everybody.
But somebody tells her to say those things.
You think so?
Who tells her to ask those stupid questions?
Oh, God.
She asked what questions she can ask on air. She's like, can we say that? Can we say that? I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's hella ratchet. Like, stop.
It's like, you're the host.
I want to have faith in her so badly. Like, I love her, like, personality.
I want to believe.
I want to believe, I do. I hope that she like gets more comfortable with it, more confident with it, because even when they're walking, that like awkward moment when they're walking to the diary room, and like Julie Chen has it down. She's like has her dramatic voice, and she's like, yeah, she's like camera two. All right, like she knows.
Yeah,
what
like dancing, choreographing her own thing.
There's an age gap though. Like Arissa's
Arissa
really
gets
young, and Julie's really older than Arissa. So there's definitely an age gap. And
She's
Julie,
probably had more experience too.
yeah,
Yeah,
Julie's been in it since the 90s.
Well, like
Arissa was
15
probably
years.
like 5 in the 90s. So
And Julie has like 15 years under her damn belt, so
yeah,
if she doesn't have it by now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
But yeah,
I mean,
like,
I feel
just,
like.
Wait, guys, they're only 9 years apart.
What?
wait, what?
They're only. I looked it up. They're only 9 years apart.
oh my
Oh,
god.
shit.
No excuses.
Isn't that I can't?
You're
That's really good
35,
for
you know how to
Julie. Then
talk to
holy
people.
crap!
I'm
But
sorry.
still, Arissa probably hasn't had as much experience as Julie because
No,
we know
this is
that-
No one's
Arissa's
has as
first
much
time
as
doing
Julie.
host stuff,
Oh
you
my
know?
God.
Like, she's done, like, radio before this, but she's never done host. I mean, it is only on the second season, but at the
Yeah.
same time, like,
Let's
if
be
you
honest,
watch, like, Big Brother, any other season, like, you know you don't ask people, like,
She's like
Meta,
another house
do you
guest with her
trust
questions
Paul?
like that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd
That's
like
like
her to
when
be
you
like,
ask-
yeah, I trust Paul.
Oh yeah, I would have lied too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you ask when they're having their HOH interview. You don't
Yes.
ask
Yeah.
that in
Yeah.
front of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
don't
she
ask
needs a
them
new
in front of everyone.
stylist.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't notice, so I don't know.
Oh, that's all I know.
I mean,
I
no
liked
one
her
can
dress
use
on
Julie's-
the first night, but I didn't
Yeah,
like
it
the...
was cute.
I didn't like the skirt and like jacket combo thing.
Yeah, that was. Oh,
That
gosh,
didn't make sense.
dress
It looked
for her
like Hunger
body type.
Games. Like,
Like, I know that sounds superficial, but you're a host, so that's kind of like part of your job description. Look like a
You're the first
fashionista
people
all
to
the
see. Yeah,
time.
first person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Julia Chin.
Mhm. All right. So then let's talk about the second episode. So POV, picking POV
Okay,
play.
guys.
The fucking
Everything.
fast forward without the fast forward,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
I missed the first 20 minutes of that episode because the feed like wouldn't work for like 20 minutes on my computer, and it finally like clicks in, and I'm watching it, I'm like, wait, they're superheroes, and that's the one that I'm missing. I'm so upset. I'm still like really upset about this.
It was a cool challenge. It was like,
It was-
yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. I
It was
mean,
a
it
lot
was,
of fun. Yeah.
I liked watching Andrew like crawl through the tiny hole he had cut himself.
yes, that was so funny.
So hot. Ugh, Andrew's so hot.
But like, I don't know, Andrew, like he's gonna be like someone to beat now. Like
I feel
just
like he's,
winning
like-
that competition, it's like,
And
Yeah,
just
he's
like
so
showing
ahead.
everything
Yes,
too the first
ability.
few weeks. I mean, he got to Final Four, but I'm really worried because he's my favorite one. I just don't know how far he can go in terms of like he's a threat all the
yeah,
time.
no,
now.
he's a huge threat.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but last year, I mean, Emmett and Jillian won literally
Yeah.
every single competition, and nobody did anything about it. So
Yeah,
By the time
true.
they realized it was too late, they were going like back to back for 7 weeks, I think, or 6 weeks.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Well,
that's
last
crazy.
season, everyone thought Emmett was their best friend. Well, I think I'm
Yeah,
really
Emmett played her
good
right.
with Emmett. He'd never put me up. Every single person says that. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
that's like when Andy won HOH, and
Yeah.
I
Oh.
was like, I'm so happy Andy's HOH.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then, what do you guys think about the nominations that Paul did? Like, first, who did he put first?
Andrew and
And a Nick, right?
Actually,
Ika.
I was-
Yeah, Nick.
Like Teddy for our team. I was like,
Oh.
are you kidding me?
comes crumbling down. Both of those players are on our
Worst
team.
ever.
Like,
And like our first pick as well, Andrew.
our first and second pick. Those were our first and second pick.
That's so
Like,
funny.
damn.
Yeah, and
I think-
meanwhile, I'm like there. I'm like, I don't care. Paul won. We get points. Oh well.
And now we're just like, Paul.
Yeah, we're like, wait, our first points are from appalled.
I know. Did you ever see that coming? I was shocked.
Flashback to the diary room. They handed me this
Oh.
all the time.
I mean, I feel like it was smart because Andrew was the only guy, so he was the only big alpha male that you can get rid of. So why not nominate him and then just throw up some big person against him that you think the House would kind of, vote out Andrew for? But he wasn't planning on Andrew in POV, which he did perfectly because he would have been going home. I feel like if he didn't win that POV.
Maybe, but he already had so many friends. Like people were already really liking him.
I mean, if I'm in the House, I don't care if you're my friend or not to a certain extent. If you're a threat, especially the first few weeks, you can go away. Like, I don't know. I vote you
I
out.
agree.
Yeah.
As far as
that's how I would play. But...
Yeah.
I think his nominations were really smart, actually, because he nominated the first person evicted, then Andrew, which was the only guy who jumped off before the deal. And obviously, Andrew's a threat, so who wouldn't want to put him up on the block now? Because after this week, whatever HOH is or whatever happens, Andrew's like the biggest target, honestly. So.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, he wasn't, though.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. All right, and then how do you guys feel about a Nick leaving?
What the
It's
hell?
better than Ica.
Yeah, it's better than Ike leaving.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I like a Nick and I like Ica, but at least like Ica's not going anywhere. So
I couldn't
I don't
stand
like
a Nick,
Ica.
so I'm happy.
I didn't feel like Nick cared, but then she was crying when she left. I'm like, okay. I mean, not.
I think
she
because
wasn't.
they lied to her is why she was crying. Because she was like,
Negative vibes.
It wasn't supposed to go that way. They lied to me, and I was just like, oh, baby
And
girl,
I
that's
think
the
people have
game.
no idea.
I think
that
my
was
favorite
something
part.
that was so weird to me because I was watching the feeds like the night before. So like I guess it was Wednesday night, and Sarah was talking to what's her face, Nick, and then Nick's like, oh, I need to come up with my eviction speech.
Oh.
So
Well, I think Aaron knows that, yeah.
I totally heard that, and I was like, okay, so clearly a Nick knows she's going home.
Yeah.
And then I saw other people posting on Tumblr that a Nick was being like, oh, well, like, whatever is meant to happen is meant to happen, so, like, maybe I'm just not supposed to be here.
I hate people like that.
Yeah,
I don't know why why her? She was fine.
She wasn't a threat to anyone. You could, like, play with her emotions. Like,
yeah,
now
but
I
she was
see-
the first one off, so she was an easy person to get out without getting any blood on your hands.
True.
Well, yeah, but like if they were thinking, they should have gotten out Ica because she has a bad, like, sour attitude.
But, like, one
But
thing...
that's good because it keeps the attention off of other people. If Ica's in the house, she's going to be causing drama, and everybody's going to be like, whoa, Ica, like, calm down. And then it'll keep the drama off of other people.
It killed me when the Reiki master was, like, in the middle of the room, and, like, she had her eyes wide open, like, giving her all these looks. Like, I don't know, that was one of the best moments in...
I thought that was so disrespectful.
It was really
It was
disrespectful.
really fun.
You don't have to participate in it, but you need to be quiet.
Yeah, like, why sit there, I guess?
And if you don't believe in it, you can ask her questions about it later and be like, why do you think that works or something. But
And that's why Paul nominated her. He was like, that was disrespectful.
Yeah.
And,
I think it taught her a lesson, hopefully.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
Hopefully.
Ica had a reason to be on the block, and Nick was just like victim of circumstance.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part though is Nick leaves the house and Aresta goes, I'm pretty good at reading energy too, and you seem like you're fine with this. Are you? No.
Yeah, I was laughing so hard at that. I was like, oh, come on, Arista. She just got voted out. How is she okay?
she was cute in her outfit, though, when she left. Like, those heels in her dress. She was
Yes.
working it.
Agreed.
Arista should take some tips from her.
Wait, do you guys want to know what my favorite part was?
What?
Yeah.
Unanimous vote.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you freaking out about that? It's the first episode.
It's the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, especially when, like, what I got before Nick came out of the house, like, that Nick was totally cool with being the one to go.
Yeah.
So if you're okay with being the one to go, everybody's going to vote for you.
It just gives me stress
All
because
flashbacks.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like that this season. I really
Especially
don't.
after this week, when the spoilers
Yeah.
talk, we're talking about that. It's
No.
not going to be like that. Never.
no.
Yeah.
But yeah. Another big thing with the second episode was the 3 mystery house guests.
Yes.
Love them. Yeah.
Please vote for Allison. That's all.
I love Allison so much, and she's
Yeah.
like a huge fan of the show too. She's like, every time that I watch her on the feed, she's like, "Hey, live feeders, I was you last year." Like, and I'm like, "Yay!"
And she seems athletic. Like she seems like the only person that would legit have a fighting chance, because the guys are all like broed up here, and like so are the girls kind of in terms of what they're doing. But like she seems like she can win competitions, maybe has some strategy in her. Like I would think she's the only one that can do something.
She looks like she could be a competition threat. And my roommate always talk about, people always think these huge like jacked guys coming in the house, they're like, oh, they're going to be such a threat. But realistically, the physical competitions are usually like endurance or something. And they can't do that. They're too big. They're too big to do those challenges. Like you need the girls, like the people who win those challenges are like the Danny Donatos or the Jillians from last year. Like
exactly.
they're fit, but they're like small enough that they have the edge in those competitions.
Yeah.
You know that what's the name of the straight guy that isn't like
Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
Nate? Oh, he must be the Canadian equivalent of like a redneck hillbilly.
Yep.
Oh God. Oh my
Wait,
God.
where's he from?
I don't know where he's from.
Is he from Canada?
Wait.
He would have to be from Canada.
Duh, he's from Canada.
We are the second largest country in the world.
I'm just saying.
Is he from Canada?
I don't know what
I'm so sorry.
No, it was so funny.
Did it hit like after you said it? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
he's from BC.
Oh.
I'm thinking of U.S. terms. I'm sorry. My bad.
U.S. terms.
okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, flippin' Arissa was talking like, and the viewers are gonna vote in the secret house guests. And when she said the Canadians, I was like, you mean Americans?
Because I voted too. I voted for Allison.
Wait, I can't find the link to vote. Is it over?
No,
No, it's
you
still
can still
going on.
vote.
It's a week.
I like
right?
signed up, but I can't find like where we're talking about it after. But I need to find where to vote.
Yeah, I had a problem with that too. No, maybe I'll just say it right now because maybe other people are having.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is like, you know how when you first go onto like the Big Brother Canada thing, there's like the pictures of like the 3 of them or something. Well, now it just says see bios.
Okay.
But I
I
think
think there's like a vote now for the final house.
it should be easier to vote for them. I don't know how to do it anymore. Actually, they changed it.
Oh, really?
Or maybe it's
think
because
it's
I already
over.
voted today.
Huh?
Maybe it's because I already voted today.
Oh, because I can't. Maybe I'll give you my password and stuff. You can vote for me later. Because I need to vote for Allison. I don't care. I just need to vote for her.
Wait, but guys, I cannot get over like Scott's video when he flippin' turns around and half of his face is contested.
Oh.
Like,
I wonder if he thought of that himself, because that's like. And
Maybe. I mean, he is pretty
funniest thing
flamboyant.
I've ever seen in my life.
He seemed like in his video I thought he'd be so like mean and full of himself, but then when he was on the show he seemed really nice and
Yeah,
like
personal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was on Tumblr in the BB Cantu tag, and the first thing that pops up is Ika in the blindfold.
I just saw that. Apparently, Big Brother's making them clean the house right now. So.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. It just was like hilarious. Okay, I'm good now. I'm sorry. Continue.
So are we all kind of rooting for Allison, or what?
Yeah, 100%, because Scott's too...
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott doesn't need to go in the house. I love him more than like a lot of the house
Yeah.
guests, but just not this season. And Nate's kind of boring, even though I like him a lot more than everyone else, but he would just be boring. Like, he'll just be there.
Yeah, I
He
checked.
doesn't have a chance with the guys either. Like.
Not at all. Paul has a better chance than him.
Oh my god.
That's like the biggest insult I've ever heard. Wow.
Well,
But I think Allison has a good chance too, especially because I checked Jokers today, and Allison is the #1 house
Yeah.
guest,
Really?
like above everyone.
And she's not even a real house guest.
And
like,
then Nate is at number 12 and Scott is at 13.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a big
So
difference.
yeah.
Holy fuck. I mean,
Wow.
I know the tag was talking about how these 3 people are legit, like, they're in one room, and they're having more fun than people are actually in the house. Like, I feel really bad. Like, I wish all of them in some way could at least try getting in the game, because, like, they were, like, playing, like, fucking, like, racing around the table, like, trying to, like, get objects before, like, playing weird tag shit. It was like, really fun to watch,
Weird
because, like,
tag,
the feeds were down. So, like, I don't know. Like, these people are, like, making the best, and they're not even in the house for sure. Like, only one of them's going to go. Like, they're giving each other advice. They're not even being, like, catty to one another. They're really trying to help each other out. Sad.
See, originally when I saw that they were all going to be in the same room, I'm like, well, we're definitely going to see people's true colors. Like, imagine being stuck in a little room like that with 2 other people you don't know for an entire week. Like,
you all want one thing too. Like, you're all vying for this one spot.
Yeah.
But
one thing is, I feel like Scott is playing a little bit of the game already, because this morning I was watching and he's like, let's all talk about, like, our dirtiest, darkest secrets. Like, getting people to, like, say all this shitty things about themselves and whatever.
I'm really surprised that they like Allison so much, because whenever it's like a matter of voting, I always assume that girls are just gonna like hate on other girls.
Yeah.
And a girl will never get through.
That's the U.S. Sad, but it's true.
But yeah, I really hope she gets in the house, and from the looks of it, it looks like she's going to.
We need more women in this house. I mean, one just left, and they didn't even have a balanced number to begin with.
Yeah.
I was surprised there wasn't 2 girls to vote for. I'm glad now, because it would have been like split probably. But I remember I was talking to Shelby about like how there has to be a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Scott's somewhere in between, so it's like half and half.
True, but it's even weird because like normally they put in the same amount of men and women.
Yeah.
Well, it's one off.
Yeah.
It's 15, so like more guys by 1, but not by like 3. Like if a guy comes in, it'll be 3 more guys.
Yeah.
It'll be bad.
Do you guys think it's fair that they get to come in like after 2 weeks technically? I mean, I was thinking about that. I'd be kind of pissed.
I think it makes it harder for them because people have already started their alliances. They've already got a feel for the house and a feel for each other. And, like, these people are coming in and it's different because they can see what's going on the feeds, right? Because they can watch different cameras.
I wonder if Carissa's going to say that. Like, if Carissa doesn't reveal that, I wouldn't say I got to see anybody.
No, exactly. But at the same time, this morning they were talking and they were saying something like, oh, it looks like Ika and Sabrina are in an alliance together.
They're picking up on a lot of shit.
Which is weird, but like, what if they start like being like, oh, it looks like so and so and so and so is like really close when really they're not at all.
Mm-hmm.
They did make an interesting observation about John though. They said John is like playing the best game and talking to everybody and like cool with everyone. And I was like, that could be a huge downfall to John's game if someone comes in and like already knows, kind of like to watch out for him.
Unfair.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess like the advantage and disadvantage of coming into the game, like with them being able to watch, is kind of like equaled out because they get to see everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But they can't hear it, so it's really hard to know what's going on.
Yeah, that would be both frustrating.
I would go around to everyone and I'd be like, I'll just tell you right now, I've been watching the feeds and you're playing the strongest game.
Okay, Helen.
You're Janelle.
No, but I would probably do that with someone. Like, if I thought that there was someone that I could use, like, I'd go up to them and be like, don't tell anyone this, but, like, I know what's going on. I was able to watch the feeds. You're playing really good.
Go tell Paul that.
Yeah, tell Paul.
I think if I was one of the 3 house guests, I think I heard one of them say they would go straight to Ika. Because, like, I think Ika and the girls' alliance is going to probably go far. So I think I would want to align with Ika. And if not Ika,
Really? I would not. I could even the last people to go to.
Yeah, I mean, even, like, something happened this morning, and they thought that Ika was working... Yeah, they thought that Ika was working with Sabrina, and they're like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't align with Ika anymore, because they don't like Sabrina.
Well, I love Ica, so fuck
I like
you.
Ika too. All
I
right,
love
so I
him.
guess we're kind of already leading into it, but let's just talk strictly about what's been going on in the feeds the past couple days. So stuff that hasn't been on the show yet. So anybody who's watching, this is gonna have spoilers. But
Yeah,
if
so you
you're
better-
interested, maybe it'll help you understand a little bit what's going on in the house.
Yeah.
So,
Andrew's
yes.
HOH, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
So
that's
happy
one
about
thing.
that.
Andrew
Right
won
there.
HOH. I know, I was trying to think of, I was
We're
like,
racking
wait.
up the points, and we have one member down. We're racking up points. Like I think it was. Let me think. Andrew's already worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points already. If he left next week, like just that fast.
Yeah, so that's a comeback for Team Brunette Barbies because last both our people are on the block. We're
What are
bringing
you
back.
talking about? Has your team even won anything, Josh?
You know what?
Where's
Team
your
Beyonce is
HOH?
going to come back strong later on.
Where's your
You
POV?
know what?
Whatever. We're gonna
All
come
Sabrina
back.
wants to do is follow around Kenny anyway. That's all she does. The first night, they were the last two up. She was just following around all around the
Who's
house.
Sabrina?
But can you blame her?
Yeah, Sabrina was.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not Kenny.
Kenny
Sorry,
was
Kyle.
good.
I always get them mixed
I love
up.
Kenny.
Kyle.
Oh, Kyle, never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, man.
You're done.
How do you keep mixing up Kyle and Kenny?
I don't know what's the case. I did it today. I was
They
like,
look so much alike.
Andrew nominated Kenny and Paul, and someone was like, he nominated Kenny, and I was like, oh shit, no, like, I just gotta call Kyle a cannibal, and then I'll keep it like organized.
Kyle the
Yeah.
cannibal.
She's been
So,
following
it's
the cannibal.
Kyle is disgusting. Okay, I despise him. In
Oh
his
my God.
when he was voting for a Nick to go, I
Oh,
can't
what
remember
the
what he
fuck was
said,
that?
but
Oh,
it was
yeah,
the
that was
annoying thing
rude.
I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
He's trying to be
It's-
funny. He's trying to be he's trying to be like a Britney in the diary room. But sorry, no.
It's
No.
not funny when you're trying to be funny. Like Brittany was naturally that, like,
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of like cynical, sarcastic, like just like kind of dramatic.
Yeah, those were her real thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I
Um,
guess so far, like, the house is kind of in, like, a boys versus girls thing.
Exactly.
With,
yeah.
like, Paul, Kyle, and Adele, like, and Heather on the outside.
Mhm.
Like, Heather has no alliances.
Heather's way what she did. Yeah, I was thinking like
Heather
does
doesn't
she?
even know where she
I was
is.
thinking she has nobody. Like
Yeah, that alliance, the alliance Andrew is in, wants her out like next, I think.
yeah, they were
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about using her as a pawn or like replacing her. It's Andrew,
Yeah, because
Kenny, and Arlie, which I love. That alliance.
and
so-
it's the first 5 thing, right?
Oh yeah, that too. They're in 2 alliances, which is really smart.
Yeah, so I remember I heard last night they were talking about who they were going to nominate, and they're like, okay, well, we're going to nominate Paul for sure,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe Netta as a pawn,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to try to backdoor, like, Kyle or something. If
Yeah,
we
Kyle
can.
or Heather. If anyone
Or
gets
Heather,
on.
yeah. They're like,
Yeah.
well, what if Kyle wins the veto? And then they're like, well, then we'll get rid of Heather. And through that, I was like happy. I was like, okay, so Netta's on the block, and you've gone through 4
Yeah.
people that you'd rather have go home. And I'm like, yay!
I mean, I would love to see a showdown between the Ica, Netta, and who's the other girl? Rochelle versus
Yeah.
the Andrew Alliance, because they have some. And I don't know. I really like the kind of. I like both. I'm torn. I don't know who to root for, so it kind of puts me in a weird
Yeah,
spot.
I'm in the same place right now,
Yeah.
but like I want the girls to win just because
Yeah, 'cause there's
like
never
girls
been one.
haven't dominated like in a season before,
I
and
know,
I
it
feel
makes
like
me
that would be
so torn, 'cause I-
amazing.
Yeah, I usually root for the girl alliance, but then it's like Kenny's over there, so what do you do?
Yeah, I
it's-
know.
Yeah.
It's just the whole thing.
It's like, uh-oh. The best thing would be if they like all came together. And
Yeah.
were
That's what
like,
someone
you know
else
what?
said too.
Let's just get to the final like
The final six? That'd be the
or
best
whatever.
final six
Let's
of
just get
anybody
everyone
ever.
else out and then just go like head to head at final 6.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
So do you guys think that Andrew was winning too much too soon, even though it's been 2 competitions? I mean, obviously the veto was
Yes.
needed, but was the H? I would love to see who got second place in HOH and what the competition was, because if it wasn't necessary, I don't know if he should have won
Apparently,
it. 'cause
John came really close to
Really?
winning. Yeah,
John's a wild card. What the hell would he do?
I
No.
know.
I think it was kind of necessary to him because of
Because
his
he felt threatened, do you think?
such a bad impression, and like being HOH is probably like it's a riskier way, but it's probably the ideal way to make alliances.
True.
And he made one, so you're right.
Like early on, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at McCrae, like, in BB15. Like, he won HOH that first week, and then he had, like, the moving company.
Yeah, exactly. People will come to you.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't know if this worries me for Andrew's game because Kenny doesn't seem as invested in like the two of them together as Andrew does. Like Andrew would be like, yeah, final two. If I'm in this trip, I'm taking you. And Kenny's like, yeah, for sure. And I'm just like, Kenny's like, I don't know how he can't pick up on it, but he's not like, I don't know if it's just me or what it is, but he's not putting the same energy back.
Like, I haven't seen much from Kenny, really. Like, maybe it's just because I'm not watching the feeds at the right time, but I haven't seen much.
They're always together. I've seen
Kenny
people, but he's not doing anything. Yeah.
But I see, like Andrew doing most of the talking, and, like, he's the one doing stuff, but, like, Kenny's just kind of being, like, quiet and, like, sitting there.
It's smart, to be honest.
Yeah.
It is.
Quiet people. I think Gary had such a great HOH because he was so quiet. I think it was Gary's one that I'm thinking.
Gary, when he quizzed everyone, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say anything. Everyone wanted him to talk, and he would just sit on the HOH bed and say talk, and he got
what
so much
want to do?
on people.
Yeah.
So I mean, sometimes that quiet strategy is good. Like, you just let him talk to you.
Yeah, the one thing that I think that Andrew's doing really smart is that if he did put up Netta, which, like, I don't know for sure who's been nominated yet, but if he did put up Netta, like, he said that he wasn't going to tell anyone that she was the pawn, and I think that's such a smart idea.
I agree.
So smart to have her up there, and, like, hopefully she's just really cool with it. If she did get nominated, it looks like she is being really cool with it, because I saw earlier on the feeds, like, right when it came back after nominations, she was just, like, acting normal. Like, she was in the kitchen doing whatever. She didn't look upset or anything.
She really is.
I'm so excited. And Aika and Netta have, like, this glorious little friendship going
I like
on.
them. Their first night, they were so
cool. Happy.
Yeah. They're
Are
very
John
similar.
and Netta, like, in the starts of a showmance?
No, John
was calling her beautiful and everything on the stairs.
He does that with everyone. Remember, even with Arissa, like, on the eviction night, he called Arissa. He is just a huge flirt, and he's got a girlfriend back home.
Ooh, scandalous.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I wouldn't mind a little Netta John thing.
He'd be in heaven.
Because I think they're so cute. Like,
and they're both on your team, too.
Yes,
so
exactly. It would be awesome, but yeah. I'm really happy so far with how the season's going.
The feeds are so addicting, too. Like, they're really good.
When they're on.
Yeah.
I know. Did you know the feeds, like, literally came back, like, 5 minutes after we started this thing?
Really?
Okay, it's like we're gonna be done the podcast and we're all gonna be like, yeah, let's go watch a feed.
They're gonna be
off. I haven't ever been on them when they were on. Not once.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Holy fuck.
And also, the times I do go on, they're asleep. When the hell are they asleep?
I don't understand that. Like, cause
it's because Emily's 5 hours away, though.
Oh, true.
But still, like, they're up really late.
I went on this morning at like 8 a.m. my time, and I thought they were staying up from like 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. for After Dark.
Should have been.
Every single one of them was asleep.
Yeah, they went to bed early last night, I remember.
Yeah, I was watching at like 10:30 last night, and they were like, okay, good night. Like, it is 10:30. Get your ass back up, because there are tons of people who don't have any plans for a Friday night, and they want to watch you, okay?
Oh, man. So, like, who do you guys think Andrew should put up? I mean, it's already happened, and by this time it's probably already finalized. Or what do you think he'd put up? I think he put up Paul and
He
Kenny.
put up Paul and Kyle. Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
And those are...
Right now, it's between, like, Paul, Kyle, and Netta. Like, those are the three names that are coming up for people that he could have nominated. So I don't know.
Hopefully Kyle leaves. I can't stand Kyle. Like, just him being
more than Paul, though. See, Paul annoys more than Kyle does.
Yeah. Like,
Paul makes my hairs stand on end, but Kyle makes my teeth great, and it's too good.
Kyle makes me feel uncomfortable. He makes me question myself on a lot of things, and he has to go. He really does.
Yeah, like, but he's so weird. Oh my god, did you see it yesterday where he was, like, in the storage room or whatever, and he's just, like, talking to himself, and he's like, that's how you want to play the game?
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah, it's crazy. Him listening to Andrew's music, he was like this, like shaking his. It was really awkward.
He's, like, going crazy. It's so funny to watch.
He's the twist this season. Paul is just a crazy person that they put in the house. Like,
Oh my god.
What is Andrew's CD? What was his like CD of choice?
Oh, I don't know. I think they get iPods.
Oh. Ooh.
I heard one song on his microphone. It was like, because I was like, what is that music? I think it was a Maroon 5 song. I think it was Moves Like Jagger, but I'm not sure. But I did hear one song faintly, like for 5 seconds, and it got like turned down or whatever. So.
Yeah, because I think what they do, like, just from what I've heard people talking about, is like they can pick multiple albums that they want, and then they like put them on an iPod.
That's really cooler. That's really way cooler.
I know if I was in the show in the U.S., the only album I would probably request is A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, because it's like the best album ever. By Panic at the Disco. Do you guys listen to them?
I used to. I don't anymore. I'd probably get some like, I don't know. I don't know what I'd get. That's like a really hard decision. Like probably as soon as I got like my key or whatever for going to the house, I'd be like, okay, what music do I want? Like I need to figure that out right now.
No, I'd be thinking about the food basket.
The food.
Yeah.
And I would not be sharing with anybody, like at all.
Yeah, like
No.
what?
I want to
Paul
know
got
what
like
food
Smirnoff
to put.
Ice. Like,
Yeah.
like three of them.
Who put Smirnoff Ice on their wish list? Like, you can have anything and you're going for the, like, ratchetest alcohol possible.
Smirnoff Ice? Like, what?
He's
if
a
they're willing
dad.
to give
He's
you
not like,
3
you know,
bottles, like, why don't you ask for, like, a bottle of tequila or something?
Like, get me some wild turkey and some Jameson, and then maybe some Chase. Not even Chase. You know what? No.
No. I'm not going to
Alex,
waste
if I
our
ever
time.
get on this show, I'm definitely going to ask you what alcohol to get, because you clearly know what you're doing. Clearly.
I'm the team alcohol consultant.
Yes.
I need to reevaluate my life.
Yeah, we know from all the
You
bottles.
need something that's going to get you drunk.
Whatever Alyssa had is what I want.
The
I
skinny
love
girl.
my empty collection here.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Also, did anyone see that fight today?
The one before the feeds cut off?
Yeah, you. I know that you saw it, Teddy, but did anyone else?
No.
Okay. So,
What happened?
the feeds were off for a really long time, I guess for nominations,
Yeah,
and then it came back, and it was on for like maybe a couple minutes, and then all of a sudden the feeds cut to the bathroom, and in there is Kyle, Ika, Sabrina, and Netta, and Ika and Kyle are just like going at it. They're like yelling at each other about something. Like Kyle's like, oh, you've been against me since like day 2 and you've been lying to my face about it, like blah blah blah. And Ika's like, what are you talking about? And all of a sudden Paul comes in and he goes around to Sabrina and he's like, okay, I know I'm a virus that no one wants to hang out with, but let me say something to you. And Sabrina's like, you can't just go around telling people that other people are racist, blah blah blah, like, and like going crazy. And then all of a sudden the feeds cut.
Yeah. Right.
And they were off for like hours.
Yeah. It sucked. I took a nap and they were still off. So.
Yeah. Oh, but that reminds me, do you guys know about the whole racist thing that was going on?
Mm-hmm. I heard about it last night.
Okay, seriously, you guys, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh at this,
it's not even
okay?
something that's racist.
So last night, Ika was sitting in the HOH room with Andrew and like a couple other people, and Ika's like, okay, well, Paul said something about you, Andrew. And like, I would never want anyone to say anything about about me, so whatever. And she's like, oh, I can't say it. And he's like, no, you have to tell me now. And she's like, well, Paul said that you're a racist and you're sexist. And then he was like, why? And then Ika said, oh, it's because you called me urban.
Oh my god.
And because you were going to nominate Paul, it means that he's racist.
Paul just felt under pressure, so he wanted to try to tarnish his reputation.
I know,
Like,
that's
you
what
can't
I
just
was
throw it.
thinking.
Yeah.
He like is going like that's a low blow, like trying to save yourself or like wreak havoc before you leave by calling someone racist. Because now the whole fucking Tumblr tag is freaking out
Oh, they're
about
still
it.
talking about it, yeah.
Oh, I can't
And
stand
he's trying to
it.
play like a South African color. I'm from South Africa. I've been through this my whole life. Like, no, shut up. You're desperate.
Urban, calling someone urban is not racist. It's not even
Yes,
like a
thank you.
problem at all.
It needs
Like,
to be
it
said,
means you're
like,
from the
yeah.
city. You can say it about
Yeah.
any type of person. You can say it about a child. You can say it about a girl, a man, an Asian
dog.
person, like a white person. Yeah, a fucking dog, a rat.
Yeah,
Like that rat is
Shelby,
urban
you're
as
so
fuck.
urban. You all are so urban. Oh my
That
god,
calling
Josh's
is so
racist.
urban.
But the thing is, when I hear suburban, I think of I do think of white people. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's so stupid. Like,
People are
people
just
are blowing
going
it
through
so
lives
out of
and
proportion.
yeah.
They're like, nobody wants another BB-15, and it's like, then
Yeah.
stop talking
Trying
about
to act like the
racism
cyber
like this.
police of like, no, don't. The
I
Tumblr
thought
police.
when I saw that Ika had been like the replacement nominee last week, I thought that she was gonna go because it was out of context and everything, and she was the only one who had like a reason to be on the block. And I was like, if they eliminate, she's the only black person, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I was like,
this is another thing. Paul is from, like, okay, I saw Ika,
yeah,
and
he
she
said-
said that she was talking to Paul, and she's like, Paul, are you black?
And he said, no,
he
he's
was
not.
like, no.
No, I'm
But
South
she's like,
African.
no, Paul, you're black. Like, Ika was saying this.
I remember Ika was talking about, like, you know, he could have just, like, not nominated me. Like, we're both black. Like, why
Oh,
nominate
yeah,
the
she's like,
other black
"Can I get a
person?
Yeah, she's like, give me a break. I'm, like, the only black woman in this house. Can you give me a break
Exactly.
the first week? And it was like, oh, my goodness. But you can just, like, imagine, like, every time that anything like that happens, I just, like, cringe because I think about what the tag is going to say about it. I'm like, oh.
People are way too sensitive, and like, you don't know everything about race and all that shit. Like, if you're that sensitive, like, good luck. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like,
Yeah.
random people just started posting, being like, oh, you
Fighting
can't
over
defend
it, yeah.
Andrew. He's such a racist. And it's like, are you kidding me right
Yeah.
now? Like,
Yeah.
I made a post about it. I'm like, do any of you actually know what
Yeah, I saw.
happened?
Yeah.
Like, he called her urban. So you guys can all calm down because there's nothing happening here.
and it's all. And white people love to define what's racist in the tag.
Yes, that's the other
Yes.
thing. I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna sit around and let
God.
these white kids like just talk about like Andrew being racist and stuff. It's like, we get it, okay?
I'm just sitting here like, oh, urban? That's all he said was urban? That's it. He didn't say nothing like, oh, you nigger? Like, he didn't say anything racist
No,
at all.
exactly.
But looking past the racism, do you guys remember the tag, like, blowing Ika being catty and bitchy?
And being
Like,
a
it's like-
bully. They were like, oh, Ika's a bully. And I'm like,
That's part of the game. First
I
of all.
hate the word bully.
And then
And
they
she
compared
wasn't
it to
even
Amanda,
being
and I
a
about lost my
bully.
shit. I was like, do not call Ika Amanda. Like, there's just tons of
Who called
comparisons that
Ika
she's making.
Amanda? Who called
People
Ika?
were calling her, and Aaron too. Like,
I
they were
will
calling
slice
both,
their
like, in terms of-
throats.
We should
JK,
start,
I won't
like,
slice your throat.
making
I
a
love
list.
you all.
Amanda,
I
at
love
least
you all.
Amanda knew how to have fun. I could just sits there and like sucks all the atmosphere out of things.
I don't know. I couldn't be with Ika, like, live in the house, but I like watching her. She's funny as hell. Like, she was twerking
Yeah,
on a
that's what I
wall
said.
yesterday.
Yes!
She just does, like, random shit, like...
and she's always just dancing and like she'll go up
Yeah.
to people's face. Like the whole thing with Kyle where he was like, oh, you're going to nominate like whatever he said. And then she like went right up to his face and she's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And whoever said that Amanda was like more fun in the house, I think one of you guys just said it. I'm like, no, she wasn't at all.
Oh my god, let's not get back into this. We
There
know
was a
the
lot of moves.
We'll be here all day.
Yeah.
Oh my god, let's leave BB-15 in the past.
Please, please.
Bury it under deep.
All
Yeah.
except David.
Randomly on the internet, I saw a naked picture of him. He was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
popping his dick, and it was just like, all right.
There will only be one nominee.
He needs to be like obsessed because there are a lot of screws loose. Like,
Yeah.
it's very scary. I don't know.
But yeah, is there any other big things that have happened on the feeds that we haven't talked about? Because that's the only things that I've really caught.
By the way, like, we won't get to see an even edited version of that fight until Wednesday. So
Yeah, true.
just to brighten your day, have fun with that. Like, we won't even get to see it till Wednesday.
Fuck.
Sucks.
What if they don't include anything at all?
Oh,
It's
I'm
like
so mad.
It's like they're doing that just so that we'll have to watch the show.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. But also, they might not show it to us until Thursday, because technically that happened after nominations.
But nominations are on Sunday, though. So.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm so confused with the whole.
Yeah, because this gets fucked you up, probably.
Yeah, the whole like POV and like eviction all in one episode. I'm like all over the place. I'm like,
beginning of Wednesday. I just want to. I hope it's not too edited, and I want to see like how it started first of all, because you'll just walk into a bathroom and just like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the feeds weren't on it until like they started fighting, and then all of a sudden it was just like Kyle going at Ica.
Yeah.
And that makes me think that Kyle got nominated.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, Andrew was like 100% it's going to be Paul and Netta.
Yeah. So we'll see. No. Hopefully Paul goes home. Or Kenny. Or Kyle, what the fuck?
Kenny!
Oh my god, don't say Kenny.
I know. Messing up the names.
Oh my god.
I can't. This is the worst I've been ever. Like, I
know, that's bad.
One of them needs to go home so I can just call him by one name. Like,
oh my god.
Has
Not
anyone...
one of them, specifically Kyle.
I was trying to find Kenny's modeling pictures online, but I can't find any of them.
Does he have any, you know, like nudity, like pictures at all?
Oh my god.
If anybody can help a sister out, send me the link.
Yeah, because I'm thirsty.
It's just a matter of when.
Oh my god, you guys remember Kyle saying that his Instagram had like pictures of him begging girls and stuff like that?
What?
Yeah, and everyone tried to go to his Instagram, but it's blocked. And so
Had pictures of him doing what?
fucking other girls, banging other girls, like
You can't put that on Instagram.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah, you can.
She's on the clean side of Instagram. That's so adorable.
I know you can
Whose
put that on.
Instagram was it?
Yeah, I mean, people can report you, and that's probably why his page is blocked, because if it wasn't, somebody would have reported him by now. So.
Wow. We need to find someone that's his friend then. I can't believe he did that. That's weird.
Whose Instagram was it?
Kyle.
Ew.
Ew,
Yeah,
if this
who'd
is
even wanna
his
see that?
Instagram, his name is Kyle Shore _ Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Wow. That is
A
not
man
even
with a
surprising.
dream,
That is
a
not
dream
even
to drink in
surprising.
every country around the world and wake up in different corners of the globe with no recollection of how or why.
Oh my god, you guys have a lot in common, Ritchie. You want to
A nightmare. Not a dream.
He came after his own teammate like that.
Oh my god. Alright.
No,
So,
I never want to be
anyway,
compared to Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
I guess
I
at the
think
end of the week, our team only has, we'll do the pictures, I guess, later in terms of bringing out a Nick, unfortunately. But fortunately, thank God. So.
Yeah, but don't we get points for her?
Yeah, just 2.
Cool.
Wait, is my team, are we in the lead?
No, you guys aren't getting points.
I'm pretty sure.
Why not? Why aren't we in
Not
the
until your points start,
haven't
like,
won anything.
I'll explain to you after, but, like, basically, since the Nick left, her points stopped. So she was the first person to get evicted, so she has 2 points, like, because you get 2 points per week in the house, and, like, based on your ranking. So I ranked her at, like, 15th, even though she was really 14th. So that's 2 points. And then for, like, Andrew, for example, he gets 4 points for HOH, 3 points for POB. So, you know what I mean? So, like, but, like, when Shelby grays out a Nick's name, like, face or whatever, it'll just say 2 at the bottom or top, wherever she wants to put it. And then that's it until the weeks progress. I mean, or you can put how many points, like, Andrew has as of a certain time. We'll talk about it or whatever.
Yeah,
so we'll
whatever.
see.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
I think that's good for our episode. We got through a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
All right, until next Saturday. I'm excited. This is going to be a good week. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this week. It's going to
The
be
feast.
good because
All right.
if Paul's nominated, he's going to go fucking crazy. And I'm excited for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
There'll be a lot of shots of him talking to himself in sport.
Yeah.
He's motivating himself. Positive vibes.
Oh, it's
For a Nick
so
and himself.
funny.
Literally,
Literally,
the DR was topless. I didn't nominate myself. They nominated me.
He's gonna be like, I'm Janelle. I am Janelle.
I am Janelle.
I'm a calm beast. Come on.
Yeah.
that's
What
so
if-
funny.
okay, yeah, we'll see. All right.
All right.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah. Thank
Bye,
you.
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.